for exposure, our Street Justice and Radiation Armor. I'm gonna look at our current build with all the enhancement and everything. So let's give a look. So for initial strike, I take full pots of Crushing Impact. It's built on a budget, so I try to maximize everything I can got. So I boosted up to get the recharge time at 5% here, with almost all of the set except for the accuracy damage recharge. Also for initial strike, I doped up the with a rope-a-dope the stun effect from for the power itself. So that's why you get an accuracy stun, just to boost it up the chance I stun target while I'm fighting them. Regarding the EV blow, which is the second power, there's 3 parts of Touch of a Death, including the proc version, negative energy damage, and the Mako's Bite, 3 part also. No proc for this one, just the accuracy damage and the recharge, damage recharge, and accuracy damage for a good amount of total here. Combat Readiness, usual enhancement here, the Gaussian synchronized fire control, chance for build up. For the Taunt, I get a bit daring here. I put the perfect Zinginger, chance for psionic damage, 2.5 time per minute. So when you have a good amounts of enemy, you can actually do on some of them psionic damage. It's often I get like 3 or 4 maximum that I can get on a larger group. Some damage, so it's small amount, but it's stack up with all the damage she can actually do. Regarding our chain attack, the Crushing Uppercut, it's super unrelenting furies enhancement, the archetype one. So I got all the possible bonus from the set itself, including the proc. I think is there just here. Here we go. Chance for plus regen and endurance discount. On that build, I feel like I never have laser downtime. Regarding the spinning strike, I put full annihilation, including the proc minus resistance, to have a discount on endurance cost and the maximum regen possible. And I add, and this is just for testing, I'm not yet sure if I'm gonna keep it up, it's the chance for plus recharge, which allow for 5 seconds to recharge all my power at 100%. So far it's good, but I'm gonna see if I'm gonna keep it up or change it up for something else. But so far it's working, and this is what we like. Chainbreaker, our next combo builder. For this one, I got 4 pieces of Mako's Bites, no proc, and I boosted up the slow effect from the power himself with the Ice Minstrel Tournament. I add the proc here for chance of cold damage, so while I'm doing it, I slow a bit the enemy with that move, so it's help a lot. Regarding the rest of the chain of the attack, I do with her. I took it up the fighting version, full set. So boxing, I just put a regular enhancement for accuracy, just like a burner, because I go check with the cross punch. That do more damage than the version I got in Street Justice by a small amount. Very small difference, but I take the maximum out of it. I put 5 slot there with obligation sets here, just to get the recharge time again there, to boost it up the recharge of all my power. Regarding now defensive option, we have for a start gamma boost at maximum, so it's our auto self regen and recovery. So got just standard enhancement there, boosted up at 50 plus 4. So nothing's fancy here, but I'll always at full or keep it at full most of the time with that power and other power in the set that help it up. Regarding Alpha Bar, it's 3 slot Aegis with the Aegis unique, the Psionic and Statue Resistance. So nothing there fancy, just keep it up the defensive almost at 50%. For Proton Armor, I goes with the Unbreakable Guard with the unique version, the 7.5% maximum HP. So there I go get additional HP there. Full Fallout Shelter, I goes with the Reactive Armor. No shit there. It's just standalone to have less endurance burn. So it's almost capped for this one. Radiation Therapy. So for this one, I go with the full, almost full Numeria Convalescence. I goes the proc in there with the regen and recovery in there. So this help a lot when I pop it up to myself. And I got the power transfer there, just one piece to get additional endurance recovery. Beta Decay or Aura, Taunting Aura. So for this one, I go with 3 pieces of the Dark Watcher Despair, no proc. Like this, I can have recovery again and maximum health a little more. And 3 other pieces of Touch of the Lady's Grey. With this one, the proc. So I make some damage when the enemy just came nearby me and attract them and trying to keep them on exposure. Regarding our shielding, Particle shielding. So this one 5 piece with the preventive medicine with the absorb proc in there. So again, trying to get the maximum health, maximum shielding during combat. Meldown. Normally I don't take those what the fuck moment, but they change in Oncoming how it's work. So now it's more usable as a power himself. So I put 3 preemptive optimization and 2 pieces of titanium coating. Regarding our burner healer ish, so ground 0. So I put 2 pieces of undermined defense, no proc in there, just to get some defense debuff on enemy. And 2 Fury of the Gladiator damage. So I try to do some damage and get the chance for minus resistance in there also with the proc. And just booster for be sure that I hit enemy when I target it up. So it's a 50 plus 4 enhancement set. Regarding the rest of the build, I will skip the standalone that are just there as a burner. Health, I put regeneration tissue proc unique, so I get more regen. Stamina, it's just a standard slot 50, no plus plus yet. Speed of sound in experimentation table. So this is my speed with got put the blessing of the Zephyr knockback reduction -4 points. So I stack it up additional knockback protection there. Experimentation injection, that's a burner, but I use it on my allies to boost it up their regen, their recovery, their resistance statue. So if I have a lower character that always get bump, I try to inject her or his toon injection to protect them a bit. And there goes all those 2 power just to get the Adrenal Booster. So this is our self plus 2 hit, plus recharge, plus damage, plus special. So this one, I slot 2 goes in synchronized fire control, no proc because we already use it. And then regular recharge recovery there, reduction. So I can get at least 50.9%. We coming back to the fighting pool. So I put in tough. I put the gladiator armor plus the proc, which the teleportation protection plus defense all. So there I get additional defense there. Weave, it's my to do. You got the lock up the gambler defense, increase global recharge speed. So I get additional recharge again for all my power. The shield wall teleportation protection, so it's stacked up with the other one, and I get additional recharge for all of my resistance. Sorry, for all my power. And then I got the Kismet 2-hit unique there just to boost it up my 2-hit at 6.0 for some 120 seconds. And then for the mastery, because I only take the superior conditioning, I stack it up 2 regular enhancement 50 plus 2 just to have more endurance recovery. So she all about endurance recovery, ill recovery, so I can stand alone in combat or stand in front while I on my ally back it up and doing all the damage and soaping everything. I build up that character in specific way, so she's act like a tanker and do appropriate damage on the front line. So whatever we do 801 content with the FIFO company, she's there to blast it up in the front. This was my thinking for that character specifically. I did in live server dual blade electric tank, but I didn't like the feeling of that set, so when I was looking for the perfect combination, I think I find it out what's meld together for exposure right now. So far, she's got very far in the Incarnate. We can give a look for the Incarnate ability. I got the in priority. I finish up the Assault Core Embolize to maximize, and we can check it up during combat later on. But this one give us a pretty boost in combat. And like this I can stack up more damage on enemy. Then I finish my alpha to get muscular, additional damage again. So you see where I'm going. Lots of damage, taunting, defensive for my allies, so this is where I'm going. I got the lore at maximum also. I take the Nemesis core ally, so they're shooting in the back with the tank. Destiny are currently working on getting the tier 4 at tier 3 right now for the barrier total core. So this is more like this is very my oh shit moment more than Meldown himself. This is the one I cast when I have 3-4 group all together, and it seems my HP getting very low, so I cast it up to get additional defense. The interface, just to get some proccing damage, is the diagnostic interface. So there, it's still at tier 1, working on it after I'm done with Destiny. And the final one, the Judgment, is at tier 4, the Vorpal. So this one is coming in front of me. I soak it up most enemy. Again, with it's in synergy with Hybrid and the Alpha that is underworking to do the maximum damage possible, so I can soak it up 10-20 of enemies in front of me and just get the boss Lieutenant or AV that's still alive after I done with those 2 elements of budget in front. So this is it for all the enhancement and Incarnate ability. Now we're gonna check it up what she's look like in combat. So let's kick it up all the defensive armor and everything. This is how I feel with exposure. She's pretty tough, man. I didn't showcase our Lord build, but there goes the Lord build. Minus his friends. What I dislike with that character actually is sometimes the region. Between the region, if I get, like you see at the end, lots of minus recharge and things get slow on the recharge, well, this is where radiation therapy and the particle shielding don't get off as fast as I would like. I still have some accuracy, a little bit of accuracy sometime issue that I need to check it out, but for most of it, that character fits perfectly for the role I choose it over as to be the tank with the FIFO company. She do the role of a tank. Without being a tank, she's more like that's her archetype. But she do the job to punch it up and clear out the mess on front and get my allies in security at the end of the day. So she's very like the super vigilante hero that I would like to have in the street if I encounter one, which doesn't happen in real life. But, I wish you very welcome to check my video. I do lots of content, story content with other characters, but if you'd like to have more like full video that I showcase story of my character, I will be very pleased to do more. Add a thumbs up if you like it. You can always give me some comments. Comments are very well welcome. If you like to have the content in French, I also do a very fluent in both language, but mainly my main view are for English, so that's why I switched up the content to English. But if there's some French player that would like to have more content specifically in French, I will be very pleased to give content like this. Thank you very much for watching, and keep it safe on the street.